Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back. I hope I'm audible and visible both. So, we are in the middle of exception handling, one of the important concepts, exception handling. And just tell me, guys, what is the hierarchy? If you want something to get executed irrespective of exception occurred, did not occur, handled, did not handle, what block we may have to write? Fine. Can catch block with the negative array size handle the exception of arithmetic? As per the polymorphism, a parent class can refer to child class objects, correct? With that regard, can you just tell me, can exception hold the address of one exception object hold the address of arithmetic exception, negative array size, and everything? Okay. Wonderful answers from all of you. How many of you can answer this for first slide? Raise the hand and let's see and start the journey for today's discussion. I will see why it is. Dalip says I can try. Okay. Yeah. Suppose these are the statements. I hope it is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if you have understood. If there is no exception raised, which all statements will get executed?
Every statement will get executed. Statement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Every
6, 7.
statement.
If no exception, sir,
Sorry.
if there is no exception, sir, then
How about the statement inside the catch block?
it will
Dalip, I want you
execute
to answer. Catch block, when catch block gets executed?
when some exception,
Right now, what is the question?
if there is no exception.
So you said everything will get executed. Is that true?
No, sir. Catch,
So catch
take
block, will it get
all,
executed or will it not get
yes,
executed?
catch block will get executed and finally else settle.
Arey Baba, Dalip, I want you to watch the entire exception handling and not attend the classes. I have asked you, I have given you hint, you are answering wrong. And that too, everyone in the class has answered in the chat. If everyone answered, only one has not answered. That means you have not listened to the class. See, everyone in the chat, what they are answering, everyone, not one, 99.9% of the class has answered correctly. And you're telling that 5 also will get executed.
Okay.
See, everyone in the class.
If there is no exception, then
See, remember guys, whenever there is no exception, catch block will not get executed. Everyone knows in the chat. Only one has answered wrong, and that one I want you to reverse the entire exception ending lecture. And guys, irrespective of who you are, I cannot entertain people without core Java knowledge in my Spring Boot classes. It's a painful. It's a pain. I can see I have trained so many batches of Spring Boot. 99% of the cases, people face issues in the Spring Boot not because of Spring Boot, because of Java. The Java will not be 100% clear, and somewhat they'll force themselves to learn Spring. They can never understand. Okay. So just revise once, nothing more than that. Hmm. Question number 2. In the chat only everyone answer, guys. If there is an exception at the statement number 3, what and all will get executed? In the chat, I want all of you to answer. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Catch block is matching. Corresponding catch block is matching. 6 and 7 also. Wonderful answers from all of you. 100% dot right. Great. It is a continuation, guys. Exception handling third class it is. People who are joining you, maybe you have to watch whatever we have already covered. Okay. The context here people are asking in the chat, they know it. If there is an exception on the same line, but the whatever catch block is written, that is not matching. Now it's tricky. Great, Rajat. 7, will it be executed, guys? Is 7 part of any finally block or matching catch block? Is statement number 7 part of catch block or any finally block? So will that be executed? 1, 2, and 6. 100% correct. Great. Last statement. If an exception is raised at a statement number 5, what happens here? Guys, any statement, if it is there in the try and catch, only catch can handle. What if there is an exception inside the catch block itself? Did I write, see guys, how we can write if and else inside if and else, loop inside loop. Inside the try also you can write try catch finally. Inside the catch also you can write try catch finally. Inside the finally also you can write try catch finally. But inside the catch, did I write try catch finally or try catch anything? Did I write it? So of course it is abnormal, but statement number 6, whatever the situation, statement number 6 will be executed, no matter what is the case. Is that clear to everyone? All of you present in the class? So this about try, catch, finally things, I hope it is making sense to everyone present in the class. If you all may permit, can I go ahead, my dear friends? Let me write this. I'll say launch exception handling number 7. Example number 7. Understand this? All of you present in the class. I will write one more class here. Let me see how many can answer. Class. I will say here alpha is there, beta is there. I'll say gamma. Some example, normal example, guys. Nothing real gamma here. Okay. I will say public. And I will say here integer type of display method. I will say system dot out dot println display method of alpha. And after which I will say here return 10. Fine now. I will write try and I will write catch. Try and finally can be written, guys. Try and finally can be written. There is no problem here. I'll say here finally block of gamma. Great. Okay. Usually, guys, after throw keyword, whatever statements we have, will they get executed as per your knowledge you have? It will not get executed. Usually, normally, lines below the written statement must be the last statement of a method. All of you agree on this? Will that get executed? It will not get executed. Everyone dot clear with it? Now tell me, I have kept inside finally some code also. Will return dominate finally or finally will dominate return? In case of throw and finally, who dominated whom, guys? In case of throw and finally? Finally dominated, right? And in case of return and finally, according to you? I will just create the object of gamma type G equals to. Your interaction must be there. It is a two-way communication. I will never entertain something which is one way, okay? I will go and run here. Guys, finally also is it getting executed? Everyone? So even if there is a return statement, still if you want something to get executed, finally block. Now I'll do this gimmick. Let's see how many of you can answer me this. Now guys, answer me. What will be returned when I call display method? For return statement of finally block or return statement of display? What is your guess on this? Return statement of finally or display? Let's check here. If I run this, 44. Is it clear with everyone about the finally block, dear friends? Every one of you? All present in the class? Great. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. I will say here, class launch exception handling 8. Understand to the best of your ability, dear friends. Tomorrow, the most important topic I'm going to discuss custom exceptions, and there will be mostly quiz also, but custom exceptions, one of the most important topic. You cannot escape. Coming classes, so many times I'm going to use it. Now, please see, guys. I will write some class here. I'll say class alien. That is overridden. Whenever you add a new value to a variable, how that will be overridden? Same way, this earlier it will be 10, then later at the time of executing the finally, 44 will be added to it. Now, my dear friends, I will say here, public one method I will write here. Okay. I will write one more method. Guys, all of you will acknowledge me one thing that we understood Java. We understood Java with respect to memory map. Any doubt to anyone in that part? Whatever Java we have understood, it's not just Java we understood with respect to behind the scene. Everyone has any idea about the stack area? How runtime stack works? Yes, no, maybe? If you know runtime, how stack works, I want you to answer this. I want you to answer this. Guys, as per the rules of Java, did I write anything wrong with respect to compile time error? Did I forget semicolon? Did I open the bracket, did not close? Am I using the keywords, reserve words, void, class properly? Java rules am I following right? So is there any syntax error here? Compile time error here? No. Runtime stack area. JVM will start the execution. Let me know, guys, from where the execution will start. Main method. So first one to get executed is main stack. All of you agree on this? It is the main stack. Fine. So main stack, you're creating the object of alpha, you're calling beta. Beta stack will be created. On your RAM, the execution is happening. Within the JRE, JVM will create beta stack to execute this. Inside this, you're calling alpha. Alpha stack will be executed. Again, you're calling beta. Beta stack is executed. From beta, you're calling alpha. Alpha stack. From alpha, beta stack. Beta to alpha, alpha to beta. Beta to alpha, alpha to beta. How much program will run? As long as you have a stack capacity, your RAM capacity. At one moment, so many stacks will get created. Stack will overflow. If there is a bucket, if you put no water, then don't you think the water will overflow after a certain time? Now, because of this recursive call, don't you think so many stacks will be created? At one stage, stack will overflow. Are you all able to understand? I will go back here. I will run this exception. And I want you to see this. See the capacity of my RAM, guys. In my RAM, these many stacks are created. That is the capacity of my RAM. And after which, there is no space. See here? Stack overflow. See, runtime stack overflow. Runtime stack overflow I'm getting. Have you got stack overflow exception like this? Arithmetic exception, array index out of bounds exception. Hey, could you please read this English? Is it stack overflow error or stack overflow exception? Now, guys, runtime error and runtime exception, are they same? Exception can be handled using the try and catch block. Runtime error is because of the faulty logical coding by the developer. Remember this point. You cannot try catch and handle the error. Runtime error is different. Exception is different. Yeah, there the end user is not responsible. It is the developer who wrote the faulty logic. Making sense, everyone present in the class? Now, guys, if someone says, can you demonstrate stack overflow error? All of you have understood the concept of Java with respect to memory maps. I hope everyone will be in a position to give the answer for it. Is that clear to everyone? Now, guys, exception, array index out of bounds exception, arithmetic exception, negative array size exception, all of them are the exception classes, predefined classes. So how Java has arranged this hierarchy of the classes with respect to exceptions, we need to understand. Let's try to understand the hierarchy of exceptions now. What exactly and who is the parent of all? And I want everyone to tell me this. All of you? Understand this, guys? Tomorrow's class is, Friday, what I have seen is there is always a little dip in the live class count considering a weekend. Friday, tomorrow especially, it's a crucial part, okay? Don't miss it. If time is allowing, I may start collection tomorrow itself. Remember that point. Object is a parent of all. Throwable we have. Guys, there is two things. One is error, one is exception. All of this, am I referring with respect to compile time or am I referring with respect to runtime? Runtime. Compile time error. Is it even error, guys? All of you, so much classes you have attended in the Java. Can you even consider that as an error? It's because you don't know basic syntax of language. That's it, right? Will it create any problem with respect to actual development? It's basic rules you have not followed with respect to programming language. Error means, problem means, it's always the runtime. When your application is running, once your application is deployed, that's where the problem is. Two things, error and exception. Before even I talk about it, I want to talk one more thing. I'll go back to any application. Any application. First application. My dear friends, I'm writing this code. Try and catch, I have commented. That means as though there is no try catch here. Tell me one thing, only one answer. Is compiler able to identify this exception? Like there is a possibility of exception. As a developer, you have to anticipate. I'll create one class here, or maybe I'll go in this only. I will write this. All this, you keep it aside. I will say thread dot sleep. I will say sleep for 4 seconds. Or maybe let me write a new application for this. Aha, not interface. This is also very, very important. You need to understand. Understand this. Guys, whatever so far I've been telling you, know, control will go here, control will execute this. It's actually thread. Thread means the control. Wherever thread goes, that line gets executed. Thread, multi-threading, I will talk more on this after collection. Whenever you start a program, no, there will be one thread. Wherever thread goes, that line gets executed. Anything and everything get executed because of this thread only. If there is no thread, programs will not get executed. I will say here system.out.println. I will say here main method started. Main method task started. Task started. I will say after some time main method task completed. System.out.println main method task completed. Okay, now in between, when the thread is traveling, no, I will say thread what sleep for maybe 5 seconds. Sleep for 5 seconds. Sleep for 5 seconds. Multi-threading, very interesting concept. We'll get one glimpse about it. Okay, it is executing. First line executed. Thread what? Sleep for 5 seconds. Thread will sleep for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it will go further. For 5 seconds in your program, nothing is happening. The one who has to execute, the thread is sleeping. That means during that time in your application, nothing is happening. And my Java compiler is anticipating that time your application may get interrupted. You might get one interrupted exception. Java compiler, it's not the syntax problem. Whatever red line, it's all of the IDs has auto compiler. I'm getting one compile time error. Is it because syntactical issues? No. You can see here what compiler is telling us. If I have to hover here, see, unhandled exception type, interrupted exception, handler ducket, unhandled type of exception. That means on behalf of us, who is telling the possibility of exception? Who is telling the possibility of exception? Compiler is telling. Now, guys, there is a confusion in the interviews also. I have seen so many of you answer. Such exception which will be anticipated by compiler, which will be checked by compiler, all are called as checked exceptions. And people say that checked exception occurs at the compile time. No. Are we getting any exception? It's not at the compile time. Compile time, compiler will check the possibility of exception. Exceptions always occur at the runtime only. No change. Exception occurs at runtime. Only compiler will check such exceptions whose possibility will be checked by compiler are called as checked exception. Exceptions whose possibility will not check by compiler. Developer has to check the possibility. That exceptions we call it as unchecked exception. Now tell me, guys, in this case, is compiler giving you any possibility warning of exception at the runtime? So is it checked exception or is it unchecked exception? Unchecked exception. How about here? Checked exception. Is checked exception occurs at the compile time? Will checked exception occur at the compile time? No. 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 But the possibility that exception might occur at the runtime, who will check the possibility? Compiler or developer? Compiler. So that means exceptions which are checked by compiler are called as what type of exceptions? Checked exceptions. If it is checked by compiler, I know exception will not occur. It should handle 99% it should handle, but I have a job. I'm doing well in my life. I don't care my manager what it says. I'll duck the exception. But you don't have job. You have to handle the exception. Okay. I'll go here. I will run this. See, 5 seconds, nothing is happening in the application. After 5 seconds, main method task completed. In between 5 seconds, have you seen the? I know exception will not occur in that 5 seconds. Compiler is anticipating. 5 seconds, nothing. Then again, we are getting this. Is it not giving you an idea how interesting the concept of multi-threading is? How to play with these threads. It is the most important part and very, very interesting part. Playing with threading. Threads is the one of the interesting topic which I always love. Playing with your threads. I'll create multiple threads and let's play with the threads. See what happens behind the scene and everything. But is this part clear, guys? Checked exception and unchecked exception, the differences, everyone in the class? All of you present in the class, everyone? Yes, no, maybe? No issues? Now let me go back here. The hierarchy. These are the runtime exceptions. Whatever you see, no IO, interrupted, SQL. They are also unchecked. Throwable, exception. Whatever you see on your green color, they are unchecked exceptions. Their possibility, compiler will not even tell you. Unchecked. At the runtime, directly as a developer, it will give you shocker. Compiler will not play any role. However, there is something called as partially checked also. Such a exception, child classes who are both checked and unchecked. So tell me one thing, guys. Do we have a class right now in front of you whose child classes, half of the child classes are there to handle checked exception, half of the child classes are there to handle unchecked exception? Is there any class here? If you know inheritance concept in the hierarchy, guys, are you able to see one class called as exception class? First of all, exception class, there are two categories in the child. Half of the child classes are unchecked, half of the child classes are checked. Are you able to identify that? Yes, no, maybe? And this is the hierarchy of exceptions in Java. Now, guys, if you know polymorphism, if I write only exception in the catch block, can it handle both checked and unchecked exceptions? Why? As per the concept of polymorphism, runtime polymorphism is responsible for that. Everyone agree with that? Now, guys, one point, please take the snap of it if you want. Take a snap of it. I'll also anyway share. But now, tell me one thing, my dear friends, or understand this. Whenever it comes to predefined things in Java, whenever you see able, iterable, runnable, serializable, serializable, runnable, iterable. Able means always it is an interface at the parent hierarchy. However, except in one case, could you suggest me, could you guess which is the one case it is not an interface? Which is the one case where it is not an interface? Which is there in front of you? Throwable. So apart from throwable, all the predefined things are there with respect to able are called as predefined interfaces, which you will see in the going forward classes also. However, throwable is the only able in Java which is a class. Apart from this, everything which is predefined, which is ending with able, are predefined interfaces. Runnable interface, customizable interface, executable interface. Are you getting it? Serializable interface, iterable. All of them are interfaces, which you will see going forward in our classes. But throwable is the only able in the Java which is predefined class, which is there in the collection hierarchy. I'm sorry, exception handling hierarchy. Is that clear to everyone present in the class? Yes, no, maybe? All of you? Any issues to anyone here? All good, my dear friends. So far, so good. The concept of exception handling. Any ambiguity? Huh. Guys, throw keyword have we discussed in the last class? Throw keyword? Yes. Great. Checked and unchecked exception we have. Guys, throw and throws keyword, are they same or different? Throw and throws different. Why do we use throws keyword? Why do we use throws keyword? For ducking an exception. All right, great. Try with resources. I cannot show right now because resources only we have not done it. JDBC, IO, input, output, and all I have not done it. At the last, you remind me, I'll take one example and show you, okay? This is also very, very important, my dear friends, and I want you to understand. All of you in the class knows the concept of method overriding in Java. Yes, no, maybe. Everyone? So let's understand. This is also called as, it's a family from the Lisco substitution principles. I'll create one class here and try to understand this to the best of your ability. I will say here, launch exception handling 10. Launch exception handling 10. Okay now, everyone? Now, suppose we have a classes here. Some classes, I'll say here, parent class. Class parent. Anything example, let me give it as parent only. Okay. I will say here public void, something, parent, eats, sleeps, cry, whatever. Okay, parent studies, parent work hard, whatever you want, you can give the method name. Any body, like whatever you want, you can say. That should not be a problem. That should not be a matter of concern. Parents works hard. Anything. Any simplified example also will be working here, no problem. Okay. After which I will write some child classes. Class child 1 extends parent. Okay. And a class child 2 extends parent. Class child 2 extends parent. Okay, now dear friends. Now, as a child, do I have a privilege to override the method? Child 1 also works hard. I can override, right? As per the rule, I have a privilege to do that. No problem. Child 2 also works hard. I am overriding. Any issues to anyone? Yes, no, maybe. Now, guys, is your parent class throwing any exception? Is it throwing any exception? No. If a parent class is not declaring any exception at the time of overriding, if the child class throws an exception, have you got any issues? Have you got any error? No. Guys, arithmetic exception comes under the category of checked exception or unchecked exception. It comes under the family of what? Unchecked exception. Everyone? Now, guys, I'll go here. I will write interrupted exception or IO exception. It comes under the family of checked exception. Fine. But are you getting an error here, guys? Not compatible with the throws clause in the parent dot work. If a parent class is not declaring an exception, child class can declare any unchecked exception, but cannot declare any checked exception. Is that point clear to everyone? Yes, no, maybe. All of you? Any issues? Those who knows concept of inheritance and polymorphism, any issues to anyone? It is checked. This is unchecked only, no? Arithmetic. Are you getting it? Is it not unchecked, guys? Right. Guys, if a parent right now, I'll go here, I'll comment this part. Okay. I'll go here, I'll copy. In the same only, I'll explain other parts also. One more important rule, understand, guys. I will write down here. This time, I'll throw one exception. Okay. Parent is throwing which type of exception, guys? Which type of exception parent is throwing? Unchecked. If a child also declares unchecked exception, is there any problem? At the time of overriding, no problem. If it is not throwing any exception, any problem? If a child is not throwing any exception, any problem? No problem. If it is throwing an unchecked exception, then it is a problem. And throws, I'll say IO exception. All of you present in the class? I'll say here child 3. See here, there is a problem. So if a parent is not throwing any exception at the time of overriding child class, can it throw unchecked exception? No problem, right? But can it throw a checked exception? If a parent is throwing an unchecked exception, child class at the time of overriding, if it is not throwing any exception, is it okay? Can it throw unchecked exception? Can it throw unchecked exception? But can it throw any checked exception? Making sense, everyone present in the class? All of you? What if a parent is throwing? I will take this. See this very carefully. I'll go back here. I will write it here. Parent, I will write any, maybe I'll go and say IO. IO exception. Guys, here, parent is throwing IO exception. Child is at the time of overriding. Throwing what type of exception? Unchecked, any problem? Huh? Child is not throwing any exception. Any problem? Child is throwing, but if child throws partially checked exception, then it is a problem. If a child throws partially throwing exception. See here? Fine. All of you. So guys, just to summarize this. If a parent is not throwing any exception, not declaring any exception at the time of overriding, child also cannot declare exception, no problem. By chance, if child is declaring unchecked exception, no problem. But child cannot declare a checked exception. Done? Is it clear? Yes, no, maybe? 100%? If a parent is throwing an unchecked exception, and if a child is not throwing any exception, it is fine. If a child is throwing unchecked exception, it is fine. But can child throw at the time of overriding checked exception? No issues? All of you? If a parent is throwing checked exception, child can throw both checked also, unchecked also. Even if it is not throwing, it is fine. But can it throw partially checked exception? Partially throw exception? Not possible. Is it fine to everyone present in the class? Yes, no, maybe? Everyone? No issues? Okay, let's understand one last part here. Hierarchy before I discuss the checked exception. When parent unchecked, then child cannot throw also, can throw unchecked also, but cannot throw checked exception. From the parent is throwing unchecked, child if it is not throwing, no problem. If it is throwing unchecked, no problem, but it cannot throw checked exception. Okay. Understand this, guys, every one of you. All right. See. Allow me just a minute of time, guys. Because one last part before I get into try with resources is pending, guys. I am telling it is important. If you don't remind me at the end of core Java, will I be in loss or will you be in loss? Partially checked exception means such exception whose child classes are both checked also unchecked also. Example, exception is a parent class. In the child, we have IO exception is a child of exception. Arithmetic exception is also child of exception. That means for that exception, one child class is checked exception, one child class is unchecked exception. Then you can say exception is a partially checked exception. Fine now? Amit or someone who had asked me? Okay. Allow me just a minute of time. अरे यार. Always there is a technical glitch. It's a Google Slides I'm using, no? Okay, guys, let's understand with respect to this one last summary before I discuss one more summary, and then we'll see custom exceptions. Try with resources will be pending because I have not discussed anything about resources. If I discuss right now, I have examples, but it is I have tried my best not to discuss English. Even if you have attended my fast track spring classes, I have not told the difference between spring and spring boot in English. I told at the end of the day, you will only get to know. And at the end of the day, those who have attended the fast track batch, they know. They got to know the difference between spring and spring boot. So even in Java also so far, I have tried my best to make you understand rather than giving the English terms. So right now, try with resources only I have not shown practically in the class. I can show you. I have examples, but it will make no sense. Fine now? Hmm. Using throws, we can check this as well and check this. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, multiple exceptions, sir. Jav, good questions, but I want you to just check it. You have understood both check means what, uncheck means what. You know how to write a Java code. Check it once. Good question, but everyone please check it. Can a method throw multiple exceptions? And that too, that multiple exceptions are checked. We can throw that to Jav. I will show you that in the tomorrow's class. There is a concept of custom exceptions where I will create my own exceptions and I will throw multiple exceptions. Okay. But till that time, give a try. Guys, first of all, as far as I have told, can we write try inside try, try catch inside try catch? Like if else, how if else work? Same goes with respect to this also. Now, guys, we have a try catch inside try and we have a catch block, then we have a finally block. Okay, now. So look at the code and suppose JVM will start the execution. Inside try that will get executed. Inside try. If there is an exception here, inner catch block will handle that or outer catch block. Exception is there inside the inner try block. Exception is there inside the inner try block. In that case, outer catch block also will that be executed? Will that be executed according to you? Finally block anyway, it has to get executed. This is the output about it. Everyone present in the class, all of you, the context is clear. Take a snap if you want, dear friends. Okay. Let's understand this, okay? Now, guys, whatever inner catch block is there, it is not matching. Now, inside the inner try block, there is an exception. Inner catch block is not matching. It is null pointer exception, not the arithmetic exception. In that case, matter will go to outer catch block. What is your guess on this? I want you to be tell me this. This is what happens. Is that clear to everyone present in the class? All of you? Yes, no, maybe. Everyone? No issues. Is this also clear to everyone? And for the last time, I will discuss this and see how many of you can answer this. Guys, raise the hand this time. And after which few more things to be discussed before I get to tomorrow's class. I want some volunteers to be there. Volunteers. Okay. First volunteer for few questions, TR. Second volunteer, Kartiza. Okay. Yeah, TR. Please go ahead. If there is no exception, which all statements will get executed here? Already I'm getting the answers in the chat. I think, yeah.
5, 6, 8,
Okay.
9, 11, 12.
All right. If there is no exception, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12 will be executed, resulting in normal termination. Suppose if there is an exception at the statement number 2, outer try block. Statement number 2, if there is an exception, people will be wrong here. Be careful and answer. Guess and tell me.
1, 2,
Okay.
8,
Okay.
10, 11, 12, sir.
Wonderful answer. 1, 2, 10, 11, 12. After this, of course, it is 8 also will be executed, guys. Finally, block. I mean, this is there in inner, no. Please check this. According to you, this should be executed. At the when I have created this PPT, maybe I've forgotten, but make sure that you just cross check this. According to me, 8 should be part of the execution. Everyone in the class? All of you? Maybe I've forgotten to mention here. 8 should be part of the execution. I have forgotten to mention. Just cross check once. Okay. According to me, 8 is a part of it. You have to just try once. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. This is abnormal. Okay. Next statement, tell me for this. If an exception occurred, the statement number 5 and the corresponding inner catch block only is matching.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Hmm.
7, 8,
Huh?
9,
Okay.
11, 12, sir.
Wonderful. It's correct. That's correct. Now, if the exception occurred in the statement number 5 and the corresponding catch block, inner catch block is not matching.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Huh?
8, 9, 10, 11.
9 also. 8 is fine. 9. Is it a part of catch block or finally block?
No, sir.
Whenever exception occurs from that point to the matching catch block, whatever statements will be there, will that be executed? Wherever exception occurs from that moment till the matching catch block, in between whatever statements comes, they will not be get executed unless if you have a finally block. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So in that regard, 9 will be executed.
No, sir.
Is that fine to everyone? Let's have a last question on your screen. If an exception is occurred in the statement number 5, both inner outer catch blocks are not matching.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8,
And 11?
11, 12. Sorry,
12
11.
also?
11 only, sir. 11.
Is this clear to everyone present in the class? All of you? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
If you want, you can just take the snap. Now, guys, the funda of exception handling, except try with resources. Is it clear to everyone? Custom exception tomorrow we'll discuss. Try with resources, I will discuss later. Apart from these two things, exception handling in Java, all my audience who are part of my journey for this to become a developer, do they know exception handling very well? Like they already know the OOPS concept? So my audience knows Java very well. Can I say that?
Sure, sir.
Great. Thank you, guys. Let's proceed ahead here. I want you to understand this, guys. Many statements were there, but again, we have to consider many things also. Understand this. This is also very, very important, and make sure you guys know it, because this, if you don't know, then you know nothing. That's the meaning of it. Okay. Guys, can we have only try block according to you? Can we have only try block in Java? Fatafat answers. No. Can we have only catch block? Can we have only finally block? Can we have try and catch? Can we have this reverse order, first catch, then try? Take a snap of it quickly, guys. My face is not there. Take a snap of it quickly, because it will be easy for you to rewind. I will share you guys maybe in Monday's class. Okay. Again, after this class, I have a full day class today. I may have to see what I may have to discuss for the full day. Done. Can we have this, guys? Multiple try and single catch. Not single try, multiple catch. Multiple try, single catch. Not possible. Can we have a single try, multiple try? I mean, like this, try, catch, only try. It is also allowed or not? Not allowed. Single try, multiple catch, try, catch, try, catch. Have we done this in our classes? Allowed. Single try and multiple catch with the different exceptions. Allowed. We have done that. Guys, single try, multiple catch, but both the catch block has same exception. Both the catch block has the same exception. Oh my goodness, guys. Have I not discussed in the multi-class hierarchy? At the top, I have written exception. Will it allow, guys, multiple catch block with same exception? Arithmetic. Both the catch blocks, compile time error, you will get it. Try and this is allowed, guys. Tomorrow I will demonstrate this. This is allowed. You can write like this also. Tomorrow I will demonstrate also. If I have not demonstrating, remind me once, okay? Try catch finally. Is it allowed? Okay, if you want, you can take the snap of this, guys. Take a snap of it if you want. All of you have taken a. Great. This is allowed. And how about this, guys? Only try and finally. I have demonstrated in today's class. Try in the case of return, allowed. And how about this? Catch and finally, without try, not allowed. And unordered, try, finally, catch, not allowed. Take a snap of this. Everyone in the class, all good? Exception handling. Great. All right. I'll do one thing. I'll create a zip of this exception handling project only and share you as one project instead of sharing you again and again. Guys, tomorrow also there is some discussions of exception handling because today if I start, no, I have just 20 minutes time. In 20 minutes, I cannot complete the entire project. Okay, because of which it will be unordered. Okay. So I will be continuing the journey from tomorrow's class. Thank you so much for being with me in today's class. We'll meet exactly at 7 a.m. and continue one of the most important topic of exception handling, which I'm going to use in the development. And if you don't attend tomorrow's class, if you don't understand, then definitely you will face issues in understanding the spring classes going forward. Make sure all of you are there on time. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you again. Thank you, every one of you. We'll meet tomorrow exactly at 7 a.m., guys. Thank you all. If there is something to be discussed, I'll discuss in tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. If there are something doubts or something, I will discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay. Only one topic is left out, guys. Custom exceptions. Apart from this, we have one more topic, very important topic. Both of them are important for interviews. Tomorrow's concept is also, apart from this, we have try with resources. In every interview, they will ask it. At the end of core Java, if you don't ask me about try with resources, I'm not responsible. It's your responsibility to ask me. Okay. Yes, Vaibhav. You can ask anything tomorrow. Okay. Little bit, one day, just pardon me. I think I have taken almost every day, only for a day. Runnable interface object is not allowed. Not allowed. It's an interface, Hari Krishore. I will discuss that about runnable in case of multi-threading. Very, very important topic that is, it is a functional interface with only one method, run method. I will discuss that in the multi-threading concept. Okay.